in this room, we know a lot of four-letter words. But I'm going to tell you one thing. The scariest four-letter word that we have is the word debt. Now, as I think about four-letter words, this one to me is the one that should be on the tip of your tongue. It should be the one that you think about most as you're leaving this high school. Now, when you get into this word, I need to let you know that this is a word that we don't talk about. Our families sometimes don't talk about this word. Schools might not talk about this word. But I want to make sure that you guys know that as you take your next steps out, this is a word that you should know and understand in many ways. In fact, in some ways, debt can be good. Some ways, debt can be bad. But first and foremost, talking about the word debt is something as simple as this. You owe money to someone. That is what debt is in its most simplest terms. In the concept of good debt and bad debt, let's talk about bad debt first. Bad debt is found in having a credit card balance that you can't pay off. Bad debt is found in a car loan. A car loan sounds great. Hey, I get to drive the car of my dreams. But what makes it bad is that at the end of your car's life, 15 years after you purchase it, your car is going to be worth next to nothing. So this debt that you've incurred from the bank, you're paying off every month. That money, yes, is allowing you to drive a car, but it is also not going to an asset. It's not going to something that you can keep. What is good debt? Good debt could be found in paying, in getting a loan for an education that's going to allow you to do what you want to do. By the way, there are some majors and some career paths that won't pay off your debt, so choose wisely. But in taking a look at good debt and getting an education, it might allow you to make a bunch of money. Also, good debt can possibly be found in buying a home. In buying a home, you will eventually own that asset. Yes, you owe a debt to the bank, but at the end of the day, you will eventually own that property, and it's something that will hopefully grow in appreciation over the time that you own a home. There's some people that actually view good debt as well as being able to purchase rental properties. They might be in debt to the bank, but they're owning rental properties that are bringing them in money every month that is greater than the money that they owe. So not all debt is bad. But to get an understanding of debt, we should take a look at credit cards in depth. And that is talking about this. When you go to college, one of the things that happens, and it's one of the dangerous moments of your life, is walking up and there's a table there, and they're like, hey, do you want a free t-shirt? All you have to do is sign up for this credit card. And you're like, yeah, I want a free t-shirt. And you get a free t-shirt along with a credit card that has incredibly high interest rates. What does that mean? Well, it means that if you go and take a credit card and you purchase something, a credit card company is allowing you to make this purchase as long as you pay them back. If you don't pay them back in time, you owe them more money than the item is worth. And that's found in your interest rate. And right there sets up a very dangerous thing. Because in incurring bad debt, you are going to find yourself possibly paying off things that aren't worth as much as you're paying for them. And you are finding yourself getting behind in your financial journey because you can't save money because of the fact that you have incurred this debt. So, as credit cards go, it's a wonderful tool as long as you can pay it off every single month. If we go through our high school years not understanding this very important topic, bad things could possibly happen. Bad things, sadly, happened to one of my friends from high school. He got an internship late in his college career where he went to a resort where he was an intern. He was matched up with many other interns his age, and he became friends with these guys. The difference was that his friends had credit cards that were given to them by their parents. He owned his own credit card. When his friends went out to eat, he went out to eat. When his friends went out to the clubs, he went out to the clubs. The only difference was at the end of the internship, their parents paid off their credit cards. He was stuck with his. And I have to say that he did something that you shouldn't do. And that was he was buying things that he didn't have the money to pay back. And so what then incurred were credit card interest payments. Sadly, it took him 10 years to get out from under 5 months of an internship because he was just trying to keep up with what his friends were purchasing. Real life stories mean something. It keeps him from attaining a financial status where he could begin to save money and be able to buy the things that he wanted to buy.